It's the first episode of the year. We can't be late.
Out of the way! Out of the way!
Where were you guys?
Alright, never mind. Just go for it.
Okay.
Class! Oh.
This is why we practice.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
There you guys are.
Thanks.
Welcome to the first episode of Season 5 of Wildcat TV. I'm Hunter,
And I'm Noah.
and we'll be your anchors for this week.
We have several great shows for you this episode, including an interview with Miss Schaefer, Catalina's Forbidden Love, and general questions for general people. Things at our school that just make sense, and a welcome video for our freshmen.
And now on to Sports with Nathan.
Welcome back to Wildcat Sports Center. I'm Nathan, and I'll be your host for this week. Football was able to get it done last week in their scrimmage against Bowden with a win, 34-21. Roll the clips. Always wave at the camera when you're doing something you're not supposed to do. Softball started off this week with an 8-0 win over Towns County, absolutely demolishing them. Volleyball picked up their first win of the season, beating East Hall on Tuesday. Softball and volleyball played last night. Hopefully they did well. Cross country had their first home meet in 20 years yesterday. And tonight, football plays Harrelson at Harrelson. If you want to make that drive, come out and support them. That's all for this week. Stay superior, Wildcat Nation.
Lucifer is the best show. Bro, shut up. Shut up. Adventure Time's better.
No, man.
Nah,
Lucifer,
bro.
you gotta love it.
You think that's better?
Listen.
Shut up. You think that's better?
My name is Miss Schaefer. I'm the Spanish teacher here at Rabun County High School. Before I taught here at Rabun County High School, I was living in southern Mexico, and I taught 6th grade for 2 years in southern Mexico and then taught social sciences in central Mexico. My favorite things to do outside of school, I have a 9-year-old daughter. I like spending time with her. I really like art. I like hiking. I like to travel. My first impression of RCHS was that the students were really respectful, and also the administration and the other teachers very respectful. I think there are a lot of differences and similarities between teaching here and in Mexico. I would say probably one of the biggest differences is that, this is a hard question. I would say probably the biggest difference would be cultural. I think that the students here, we have a different kind of focus on education, a different focus on extracurriculars. That's not as big of a thing. So I think the culture here of extracurriculars is something that's very different from Mexico. Football, basketball, etc. To learn Spanish fluently, I think I started studying Spanish academically probably 16, 17 years ago. And then traveling, I started working and traveling in Latin America probably about 14 years ago. So I would say probably 16 years to speak it fully fluently. It takes a really long time, but I guess it's a process that continues, but I would say maybe after about 7 or 8 years.
Hey, bro, you got a napkin? Yeah, I got you, bro. Here you go, bro. Thank you, man.
You know we're going to dinner?
I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry.
I'm so excited because like weekend's so good.
We get personal coaching after dinner.
Yes, and I'm excited about that because I love personal coaching. And then yeah, I'm so excited.
Really good. Okay, what's your name?
Elizabeth Hernandez.
Elizabeth. Okay, so what was your first thoughts coming into high school?
I was a bit nervous because it's a big change from middle school to high school.
And what was the biggest adjustment that you've had to make since you got into high school?
Classes, I guess, got harder.
They'll get easier, I promise. You'll learn how to do the routine of it. What's your name?
Miguel Suarez.
So, what was your first thought of going into 9th grade?
I wasn't nervous. I was ready for it, you know? Like, I was going to go in and act like nothing. It was great.
And what's been the biggest adjustment coming into high school and having to deal with everything different from middle school?
I really don't know. It's great. It's great. It's great.
Okay.
Hi, what's y'all's names?
I'm Delaney.
I'm Abby. What's one thing that you would tell underclassmen about high school?
Don't be lame and come to the student section. And it's actually kind of cool to dress up and have school spirit, so y'all should try it sometime. And again, come to the student section.
Okay, Hi, what's your name?
My name's Kaylee.
What's some advice that you would give to the underclassmen?
So some advice that I'd give the underclassmen is that I would definitely try to stay consistent with your work. Teachers will not give you a workload that will kill you. I promise you, if you just stick through it and you stay consistent with what you do, you'll be able to get those grades that you want and you'll be able to go great places in the future.
Okay, thank you. Okay, hi, what's your name?
Bodie.
Okay, Bodie? Bodie, okay. How has your high school experience been so far?
Pretty good. Not much going on, just easy so far.
What was the biggest adjustment for you?
It's more strict for the most part.
Okay, thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Alan Balderas.
What's the biggest adjustment from middle to high school?
Making it up and down between classes.
How has your high school experience been so far?
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what's one piece of advice you would give the freshmen?
I think the biggest piece of advice that I would give freshmen is if you need help, ask for help. Don't just wait around not knowing something. If you need to know something, you have questions about something, ask an adult, ask your classmates, ask for help.
Okay, thank you.
Catalina, come to me.
Alejandro, I can't.
Why not, my little cherry blossom?
Gustavo won't approve of our love.
Gustavo has no right to get in between the electricity of our love.
What is electricity?
I don't know, I heard it from Bob.
But Alejandro, you won't look a caballo.
Okay, hon, we could ride into the sunset.
Oh, Alejandro, I would love to ride with you.
Ven conmigo.
I can't.
Catalina!
What state is this?
Pennsylvania. Hold on. Hawaii.
10 birds were sitting in a tree and a hunter shot one. How many birds were left?
99.
10 birds were sitting in a tree and a hunter shot one. How many were left?
It would be
It'd be 9, yeah.
What state is this?
Canada.
Oregon.
Oregon's the top left state.
This is not Oregon. Is that Oregon?
Yeah.
Ask our teacher. Ask our teacher. Hey, what state is this? What state is this?
All right, what state is this?
Ohio.
What are 2 things you can never eat for breakfast?
Bacon and eggs. I just can't eat it for breakfast.
When was the U.S. found?
The U.S. 1600.
When was the War of 1812?
1776. America.
What are 2 things you can never have for breakfast?
Dude, what is it?
You're an idiot.
Yeah, I got you. Lunch and dinner.
You're right. Good job. What state is this?
Washington.
What are 2 things you can never eat for breakfast?
For breakfast? You can eat anything for breakfast, right?
Never eat.
Can never eat for breakfast? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's a trick question. I think you can eat anything for breakfast. Ham.
It's lunch and dinner.
Sauerkraut.
Okay. Okay.
Things that are school that just make sense. Oh, hey, just you there. Just chilling in bed. Wildcat head. In case we ever forget who we are, mascot. Sometimes we get a little mixed up with High School Musical, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Here's our Hall of Fame. Wildcat. Wildcat Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Or if you get bored, you can play a little hopscotch.
Every school needs one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Every school.
Here are our mannequins with the school uniforms.
In case our athletes ever forget what they're wearing, you know, their uniforms.
Real important. Wouldn't want the football player showing up in a track uniform, you know? You
Or
hear me?
what you don't want us to forget what we're wearing on graduation day.
There's things in our school that just don't make sense.
That just do make sense.
Well, that wraps it up for this episode.
Thanks for watching. Awesome.
Sweet.
Perfect. I thought I was going to choke.